welcome to another episode of Coolcraft Season 7. Now, in the beginning of this episode, I was building this diagonal-ish building here, and I basically just took, or what I tried to do is I took this, the flat side texture that I made for this building, and I put it on the diagonal. Some bits, or explicitly this bit, this is the only bit where that happened, I, put the stairs at the bottom here back and around the corner a little bit. Besides that, it was mostly just flat on diagonal. This is really the first thing I've ever built that is on a diagonal, so, like, it's not too bad if I say so myself. Anyhow, the reason why I was building this building is because this is going to be where my villagers are going to be living, because in the last episode I moved all the villagers over here from the place they were in the overworld. Now, since the time lapse, I did pack them into this little corner here in this nice, neat little arrangement and planned out where the trading stalls are going to be. But before we do that, we got to do a bunch of other things like the sacrifice. The sheer amount of items that I'm slowly starting to have to fork over here is starting to get a tad bit ridiculous, but quite frankly, I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore, but I guess I am. Let's see. Let's try to just... Nope. Slightly closer. Slightly closer. There we go. Alright. There's random variation in slight variations in where you throw things. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. Let's hit the button and sacrifice the thingies. That? What does it mean? I've been feeding it more and more stuff here and there. Why? Well, we do not have time to worry about such things, as I've kind of backed myself into a corner for this episode. You see, I gotta have this video done in the next couple of days because I don't have time, or I don't have the usual set of time to produce this episode. So we're just gonna have to move on to doing villager stuff and not worry about that. That's future me's problem. Anyhow, let's get some villager trading stalls put in here. Alright, here's what the trading stalls are looking like right now. And now, this wall, slightly temporary, haven't put any decorations in on it just yet, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do down here, because this is like the outside of the building. But yeah, trading stalls are pretty simple here. The villagers will be standing on this block. We'll have slabs blocking them in here, or I guess they'll be in a minecart on this block. And their workstation block will be right back here. So that's basically the way it is all around. And now I have to go through the task of actually moving some of the villagers from behind this dirt wall here, which was the point of it. Well, actually, okay, so what my plan is to, back here at least, this is going to be kind of like the maintenance bay, the garage, if you will, of this stock exchange building is what I'm calling it. It's nothing like a stock exchange, but whatever. It's just what I called it. This corner here will probably have stairs going up to the next floor, as there's not enough stalls here for all of these villagers, basically just the librarians on this floor for now. So we'll have stairs here that go up to the next floor. But if I want to get more villagers, I'll obviously have to bring them into the overworld, and I'll probably need to boat them in here. So what I'll do then is I'll make, like, right around here, I'll put in, like, a door, a piston door of sorts, where, because this comes out right here, so these bottom 2 blocks will just drop into the floor, and then the next 4 blocks above them, so, right there, that will pull back with with a piston door and open it up so I can boat the villager right in. And at the same time, I'll probably have to have one or both of these either just retract the bottom pistons so the boat can come through, or fully retract the top 2 blocks here. Haven't really decided what I want to do there, but that's currently my plan. Anyway, that is way too much extra information from what I was originally thinking about. So, yeah, let's get these villagers into the stalls now. Alright, all the librarians have been installed into their final locations here. I've also actually put in signs explaining what trades each of these villagers have. Weird that we haven't had that before now. But yeah, so, enchanting theoretically should be easier, although Speaking of easier, I should actually put anvils in here somewhere. I'll figure that out. Anyhow, now I gotta go and start building the second floor so that I can take the rest of the villagers, the miscellaneous troop that I got here, and put them into places, yeah. Alright, the second floor has been, well, I guess completed enough for now with villagers in place. Obviously, along this wall, and, you know, I guess along the diagonal wall here, there are not currently any villagers, which, I mean, I guess you could conceivably say that that is a problem, but then again, I haven't filled up all these stalls yet, so, potato, potato, as far as I am concerned. Anyhow, down here, now that there's no longer villagers back here, I've, you know, stone to put off the floor, and yeah, this is gonna be like the maintenance bay, or garage, as I said before, for this place. This is where new villagers are gonna come in, and this is where we're actually gonna, if they don't yet have trades, this is where we're going to do their trade selection. Then we're going to bring them out this way. We're going to temporarily remove stairs in that case. So we can bring them up here and then put them into their stall. So I'm now going to go work on that functionality to make this into a garage. So putting some sort of piston operating door mechanism in here, as well as maybe some sort of piston operating door method, regular door method. We'll see what I do for this bit. Oh, I also might want to go around the walls like this, and more particularly like this up here, and do something interesting. I did keep these windows on the interior. Some of them are actually outside. Some of them are actually a little bit more for the inside. Oh yeah, I also did the entranceway over here. So this is now got a ceiling, got the walls, all looking nice. It also is kind of, I guess, kind of an atrium feel where it goes all the way up. Not very big though, but it's at the thin point of the building. The redstone system, it's not very complicated, but it still has been installed. It takes up a bit of this room here. I've been, you know, careful to make sure that we don't accidentally suffocate a villager on the way in here. So these are slabs. And yeah, this is what it looks like when closed up from the inside here. The lever's over this way. Flick it, it opens up. Perfect space to be able to drive a boat in here and then through the wall here. Whatever, this is back. This is like a backstage area. It doesn't need to actually look decent back here. And then of course out here, this stair drops down so you can drive in this way, because obviously boats don't fit through one wide gap, but they will fit in between these end rods, and there is enough space to shimmy over to allow you to go through this stair gap. Obviously, there being, you know, just more stairs above it, that won't suffocate anyone. So you can drive right on into here. We can then close up the door, do the villager assignment, then figure out how we're going to get the villager into a minecart, and up to here where where they will be. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, I suppose I did have to rip up this to put in redstone, and I apparently forgot to put that back. Pretend you didn't see that. Alright then, to cap off this building and officially, I guess, declare this thing finished for now, I will put the sign up to signify this thing as the Ender Stock Exchange, or ESE. First time I've ever done text on banners, and it looks a little strange, but I guess this is what the website that I was using told me to do, so I guess this is good. So yeah, anyhow, I guess this building is technically now open for business. I should probably put a door on here, but whatever. There's no natural predators to villagers in the end, and they're all kind of sealed away anyway. So yeah, I guess I'll just leave it there, and we will move on. Now I think it is finally that time of the season to build the World Eater. Seems a little bit late, honestly, but I'm finally getting to it now. So actually, I started this and came over here in a live stream preparing to do this, bringing over the materials for the flying machine and such, and then realizing that I hadn't prepped the trenches at all, so I started filling in this trench. And speaking of live stream, that live stream, which was only like 30 minutes long because of time constraints and stuff, has over 500 views right now. Like, what the actual heck is going on with that? Anyway, so yeah, so I mean, first thing we got to do is we got to make the trenches for the World Eater here. And the first thing to do with that is we got to fill in a bunch of the water because swamps are quite wet. So I've done that a little bit, most of it on this side. This next side, apart from this stupid ravine, and we're going to run into a bunch of waterlogged caves underground because of course we will. Should be easy. Then this corner, less easy, a lot more swamp over here, but that's not nearly as bad as over this way in this corner where we have a bit of a lake, a bit of an ocean here. Technically it says Sunflower Plains, although I'm not convinced. So yeah, this corner is going to be a pain in the ass to do, but I guess for now let's get started over this way, and actually, because I'm feeling a bit generous towards the amount of time I want to let this render for, let's do a quick little time-lapse of me doing some trench filling for now. Alright, while that time-lapse rendered, I continued on a bit, and yeah, so you'll see stuff's a bit different here, but the caves that were under here, you may have been able to briefly see them within the time-lapse, and this cave is going to still end up being a thorn in my side, but there were a fair amount of cave down here. Like, if I just go into the water over here, see giant sand walls here, because I had to fill a crap ton of area in here, and that took a while. But so did the render of that time-lapse. So, with that finished, I finally finished off this section, moved over here, and then just barely started outlining where this trench is continuing over this way into the ocean a bit. And yeah, that's where I've got right now. And I'm also, well, basically out of time for really doing stuff at the moment. But before we wrap up, I did just want to say that, hey, since like, well, I think this may have been in the last episode, but yeah, we've had 100 subscribers on the channel. Yay! So yeah, that's pretty exciting. But with that said, I'm gonna say thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Check out my game, which is linked in the description, and I see you all in the next episode of Coolcraft Season 7. Bye!